Paige and I'm 30 years old. I'm a housewife who lives in a mansion with my husband, Chris, who works as a salaryman. We're a newlywed couple. He has two brothers, Henry, who works as a lawyer, and Wayne, who works at an IT company. Wayne, who is the second youngest, is still single, but Henry, who was the second oldest, has a wife called Mia, and they have two children called Nina and Hugo. It gets very loud when we all gather. When we had the New Year celebration the other day...
Wayne, I think you gained some weight. You should learn from Chris about how to lose weight, or you won't be popular among girls. I'm always sitting down at work, so I can't help being fat.
Dad, you can't point things out about people's appearance. You might be sued for contempt.
Yeah, Dad, you're a lawyer, so you should know better.
Hey, both of you! I know you admire your father, who's a lawyer, and like to copy him, but I told you not to make everything a crime. Oh, do Nina and Hugo want to become lawyers in the future?
Yeah! In the future, I'll become a more talented lawyer than my dad.
Me too. I'll be a lawyer and punish the bad guys one after another.
My family-in-law is really fun to be around. But a few months later, my father-in-law passed away. I thought my mother-in-law would feel lonely to live alone in their house, so Chris and I decided to move in with her. From my perspective, she was a very quiet and calm person. But a few days after moving in, when I was eating dinner with her and Chris... Hey, Paige, it's about the meal. But do you usually cook like this? I want you to cook more dishes. Oh, really? Okay, I'll cook more next time. Oh, and I actually don't like vegetables, so can you serve more meat? And the next morning... Hey, Paige, I thought I told you to serve more meat. Oh, yeah, so I'm planning to buy more meat when I go shopping for groceries before I make dinner tonight. So this morning I prepared some salmon that was left in the fridge. You have to follow what I said as soon as I tell you to. When my husband was still alive, he would yell at me that whenever he told me to do the housework, I had to work on it right away. You better do the same, Paige. Oh, okay. Can't she wait till dinner? She's acting like a little kid. Then Chris, who changed into his suit, joined us at the table.
Hey, Mom, what are you yelling about from early in the morning? Paige is preparing meals for you, so if you have any complaints, how about you cook for yourself?
That night, Chris told me he remembered something before he went to sleep. He said he thinks he saw his father yelling at his mother in the middle of the night in the living room. If you want to be lazy, get out of this house. I see. I guess his mother was originally a lazy person to the point that it was impossible to look after herself if she had to live alone. I bet she knew that well and followed her husband's orders even if she didn't want to. But since Chris scolded her, she never complained to me ever again. For a while, we were doing pretty good, so I was feeling relieved. But Chris had to go on a sudden business trip for a month. Since then, things got really hard. Paige! Huh? The night Chris left for his business trip, she yelled at me as soon as I sat down. I don't like vegetables, I told you this already. Since she told me that, I would serve vegetables in a large plate, so that we can get a portion of it ourselves if only we want to eat them. That's what I did. You put scallions on top of my egg and chicken. You don't have to serve it with a dish. Oh, I thought you were talking about the bowl of salad, but when we ate grilled chicken on sticks the other day, I remember you eating a lot of grilled scallions as well. There are days when I want to eat vegetables and when I don't want to. Today is the day I don't want to eat scallions. So don't serve me vegetables, okay? How many times do I have to tell you this to make you understand? Ugh, what an underachieving daughter-in-law you are. Since then, she would say very mean things to me. She would make fun of me, calling me a bad cook, and she'll complain about the small things when I cleaned and did the laundry. And thanks to her, I was mentally very tired every day. Of course, she would never help me with housework, and she'll either be watching TV in the living room or using her smartphones as she blasted her old favorite pop songs using a CD player. And one day, she said something unbelievable to me. Chris really resembles his dad. When he scolded me the other day, I thought my husband came back from the dead, and it really gave me chills. I used to be scolded by my husband all the time when he was alive, but Chris is spoiling you too much. It makes me so irritated. So it's so enjoyable when I see you struggling. Look, there's a strand of hair on the floor. Go clean it up. She was scared of his husband, so when Chris scolded her, I guess she was too scared to talk back, reminding her of her husband getting mad at her. That's why she didn't bully me for a period a while back. Actually, the sales of Chris's company is decreasing greatly right now, so I didn't want to make him worried about me when he's going through such a tough time. But I reached my limit when my mother-in-law told me that, so I ended up calling Chris, who was on a business trip, and told him everything about what she did to me. Then Chris scolded her again. She was mad about me telling Chris about what she did and insulted me, saying I was a horrible daughter-in-law. But she seemed really dejected. And Chris even told me that he'll end his business trip early so that he can come back home. But I felt too sorry to make him do that when his company is going through a tough time. Then Chris said that we should ask his brothers for help. But at that moment, I came up with a great idea. Actually, we were having a family gathering a few days later to celebrate their mother's birthday. On the night before her birthday party, she seemed to be looking for something on the shelf located next to the computer in the living room. And... I will never forgive you if you don't prepare something better than what you usually cook tomorrow. Also, you made me look like a villain by telling Chris all sorts of lies, and I'm definitely gonna get revenge on that, so you better be prepared. I only told Chris about the truth. She then went back to her room with a blank DVD she took out from the shelf. And the next day, after the doorbell rang, she went to get the door and invited Henry, Wayne, Mia, Nina, and Hugo into the living room. Then she came into the kitchen where I was warming up the food. Hey, what are these? They're full of vegetables. Yes, to be petty, I prepared Japanese-style dishes that were full of vegetables. I was planning to break relations with her today. Yeah, we have kids with us today, so I thought I should cook a balanced and nutritious meal. After she breathed in angrily, she puffed out some air from her nostrils with a hum and took the plates of food I prepared to the living room where everyone was gathered around. Everyone, look at these horrible-looking dishes. Well, these are all we have today, so we can't help it. Go on, dig into the meals prepared by the horrible cook. As soon as she said that, the room went silent. I served the dishes along with my mother-in-law, but Henry, Wayne, Mia were surprised to hear her say that and looked shocked.
What are you saying, Mom? Were you referring to Paige when you said horrible cook?
I didn't know you were the type to say something like that. I completely understand their reaction. I never thought she was someone like this too. Reflecting back, it's been really hard since Chris went on his business trip. I have to free my frustration I've been feeling forever and finally get revenge on my mother-in-law today. Yes, I was perfectly prepared to make her have a great fall and make her hit rock bottom in her life. Alright, I'll ruin this day with my own hands. And make today the worst birthday you ever had in your life. I have reasons why I called her a horrible cook. Everyone listen! I've been bullied by her every day and I always felt miserable. Huh? After she said that, she took out the DVD she secretly held onto and put it high up in the air. I saw that videos exposing others are trending right now, so based on those videos, I also made one to expose Paige and compiled it into a DVD. I guess she wanted to get revenge on me for telling Chris about what she did to me and prepared this DVD. Alright, Paige, play this DVD right now using the DVD player. Quick! Why are you frozen to the spot? Are you too scared that your bad deeds are going to be revealed and unable to move? Nope, I'm about to burst into laughter imagining what would happen next. So I'm unable to move, too busy holding in my laughter. I managed to calm myself down and took the DVD from her hands. And... Okay, everyone, what I'm talking about in the video is actually how Paige really is. When I pressed play after inserting the DVD into the player as she told me to, Chris spoils you too much and makes me so irritated. Look, there's a strand of hair on the floor. Go clean it up. The video that she played on the TV was a recording of when she yelled at me the other day. When Henry, Wayne, and Mia saw that, they all gave cold looks to her. Wait, why? Where's my video exposing you? I secretly got into her room and changed the video she put so much effort into with this. She used the computer in the living room to edit the videos. Of course, I would use the computer in the living room, and it seemed like she wasn't too good at using machines. She always saved the videos that were half-edited on her computer every time. Thanks to that, I've been able to watch these videos since a long time ago. She didn't show any evidence in the video, and she would continuously make up stories of me abusing her. It was honestly a very boring video. As her birthday party was coming up, I saw that she was on the computer more often, so I assumed that she was planning to show the video to everyone today. So I secretly changed the video with the proof I've been recording to show that she was the one who was bullying me. Then she quickly unplugged the TV and DVD player from the electricity outlets. Huh, how dare you! Everyone! The video you just watched is what Paige randomly made, and it's all a lie! Don't believe her! Why are you all glaring at me? The mood is getting weird, so let's play some background music. Hey, Paige, come this way. Where is my DVD? As she said in a panicked manner, she went to get the CD player. And as soon as she played the play button, "You underachieving daughter-in-law and horrible cook! Just go to hell already!" Hearing her screams from the CD player, she was so surprised she fell on her butt. I not only had videos, but I also had voice recordings as proof of her bullying. I created albums named Bully Compilation 1 and Bully Compilation 2, and I compiled the voice recordings. When I showed her the pile of CDs I compiled, "Ma'am, which one do you want to listen to? You can choose whichever one you like. I'll play the one you choose as background music." What is this? You think you can do this to your mother-in-law? I'll never forgive you. Get out of this house right now!
Why does Paige have to be the one to leave?
Huh?
Chris and Paige are taking care of you, but how come you bully her like this?
Ma'am, you're horrible. I'm very disappointed. What? No! All the DVDs and CDs Paige made are all made-up lies she came up with.
Then I'll check if Paige's DVDs and CDs are edited, analyze them, and present you with results. Okay? It's my expertise, you know.
Huh?
Well, I assume it's not fake, and there's plenty of evidence. Paige, I'm very sorry on behalf of my mother. I want to be your help as a lawyer. If you want to ask for compensation or anything, you can always contact me.
Hey, Henry! You're betraying your own mother!
Grandma, you did something bad, right? Then you should admit your crimes. How embarrassing.
Hey, Nina, you too?
You must be part of an evil secret institution! You're our enemy, Grandma! I'll punish you according to the law! Yeah!
Like that, she was blamed by the kids too and was in tears as she hunched her shoulders.
Mom, we'll break relations with you.
Chris was standing by the door to the living room. What? Chris, I told you that you didn't have to come home when your company is going through a hard time.
I just couldn't leave you alone, Paige, so I secretly left work. Sorry, Paige. I'm sorry you had to go through this.
Chris!
Mom, get out of this house right now! Never show us your face ever again!
You have to be kidding! How am I supposed to make a living from now on?
You better think about that yourself. Right, everyone?
When all of us nodded after Chris's words, No way! Ah! She curled up into a ball on the floor and wept. After that, she was kicked out of the house, and it seemed like she was living off the money she got after selling her house and the money she inherited from her husband's death. But the lazy woman she is, she never went out to work and spent a lazy life every day. She also had to pay me compensation money, so it was impossible to live a lazy life like that forever, no matter how many savings she had. She couldn't pay for her rent anymore and was kicked out of her apartment shortly after. And then she trespassed into the attic of her old house where a new family already resided in. She was making a living by stealing food and valuable goods, but she soon got caught and was arrested. She was broadcasted on the news and made her grand debut on TV. Now she lives a lonely life in jail, being scolded every day. Serves her right. By the way, on the other hand, I'm glad that the sales of Chris's company are recovering. I no longer have to deal with my mother-in-law who loved to bully me, so I would hang out often and go out for dinner with Henry, Wayne, Mia, Nina, and Hugo. And I'm having a very fun life. We had a family lunch at my house the other day. Nina, Hugo, I have a present for you. Oh, Paige, thank you so much. Nina, Hugo, you should say thank you to Paige.
Okay, thank you, Aunt Paige. Wow, it's the Compendium of Laws.
Mine's the comic version. Thank you, Aunt Paige.
I found a kid's version, so I decided to get them for you.
Hey guys, the hot pot's ready. It's nice for the guys to cook sometimes, huh? I'll go get some rice for everyone.
Thanks so much. Wow, there's radish, cabbage, and a lot of other vegetables. Let's eat hot pot with lots of vegetables and stay healthy, both mentally and physically. My name is Paige. I'm 30 years old and single. To take over my father's job after he passed away due to a disease a few years ago, I work hard as a construction worker every day. Being a construction worker as a woman is very hard. But I got obsessed with this job, and it's my 7th year since I started this job.
I wear my working gear at the construction site, so I don't look feminine at all during work. But I think this job is very rewarding. The most attractive part of this job is probably the environment you feel from constructing new things. Just imagining about building large things like tunnels and bridges makes me feel so excited.
Paige, good morning. You're here very early again.
Gail, good morning. I think we'll be getting a new project today, so I wanted to get ready for it.
Oh, I see. I bet we're gonna get real busy.
Yes, but to make sure we don't have to work until late, I'm planning to arrange our working hours properly.
Come on. For our company, we're willing to work as hard as we can. Feel free to rely on us anytime.
Yes, I'm counting on you. Thank you so much. He's Gail, a worker who's been working since the very beginning when Dad built this company. Since when I just joined the company, like Gail, most of the employees here are men. They all work really hard, so as you can see from our working gear, we're really worn out by the end of the day. That's what my life is like, so of course I don't have a boyfriend. All my friends around me are getting married, though. It's not like I'm pessimistic. I have so much fun working right now, so it's just not my priority. One day, when I was on my way home from work, I run into my classmate from high school.
Oh, is that you, Paige?
Huh? Paige, it's me! Me! Do you remember me? We used to be in the same class in high school. I'm Anna, remember? I used to be famous for being pretty. Huh? Anna! Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it was you.
Right! People used to tell me I was pretty back then, but after becoming an adult, they tell me I became even prettier. Everyone tells me that.
I see. Good for you. I haven't seen her for a long time, but there's a lot of things I want to point out.
By the way, why are you dressing like that, Paige?
You're so worn out and kind of smell like dirt. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is my working gear. Working gear? You look filthy. It must be hard for you. Well, in that case, you should be fine. But from the perspective of me, a beauty, you look like you gave up on being a woman.
But this is not usually what I wear on my day off, so don't worry. This is just my working gear. I'm on my way home from work now.
Yeah, I get that, but you just look terrible. Oh, forget it. It's been so long since we met. So how about we take a photo together? We don't know when we'll get to see each other again. I'll upload the photo to my social media, okay?
Huh? Wait, how come you say that in this situation? No thanks, I'm in my working gear. I don't really want to take a photo looking worn out like this, and I don't want you to upload it on social media.
It's fine, we're friends, right? Smile, I'm taking the photo. Cheese!
Gosh, can she stop? She's so annoying. Anna was always forceful and selfish. I'm really unlucky that I ran into her here, and now I have to take a photo with her. After that, she would keep on laughing at me in my worn-out working gear as she took a photo. It was such an awful time. She hasn't changed at all, actually. I think she's worse. The reason was that she was always spoiled as the CEO's daughter from the people around her. She always wore beautiful clothes, glowed with beauty, got whatever she wanted. Even from my perspective as a woman, she looks beautiful now that she's an adult. And because she grew up in an environment like that, she's overconfident, loves to look down on people, and never thinks about others' feelings. When I was getting tired of her, she said to me,
By the way, do you have any plans for getting married?
Huh, marriage? Nah, I'm too busy every day. I don't even have a boyfriend.
I knew it. I kind of figured.
Hey! Gosh, if she already thinks that way, why did she have to ask me?
Well, I thought I didn't have to ask. But, you know, there are some people with unique taste in women in this world. I thought they might have approached you and rescued you from being single.
Oh, I've had enough. Can she just leave already? I answered without giving much thought. Oh, really? I guess not. I'm still single. Then Anna continued.
Huh? What? You want to know about my love life?
No, I'm not interested at all.
Okay, if you really want to know about my wedding plans, I'll tell you about it.
Nah, I'm really fine.
So, I have a lot of guys who want to get married to me, but none of them really give the right vibe.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I remembered that I have to do something, so I'll get going.
You're right. I don't want to brag, but I'm beautiful, right?
Gosh, I'm thirsty.
Also, I'm the CEO's daughter.
I want to use the bathroom.
So a guy who's destined to be with me? Oh, a rainbow. Should have a decent position at work. Oh, right, I have a drama series I want to watch tonight. And have a decent career, you know? Oh, was I running out of shampoo? We're gonna be seeing each other every day, and when I think about having a baby with him, I'll clean my fish tank when I get home. He really has to be handsome, too. Oh, but I have to check my viewers' comments first. I want him to be at least 180 centimeters tall. By the way, I think I'm drinking too much milk tea recently. Paige! Hey, Paige! Are you listening to me? Huh? Oh, I'm listening. Of course I am. Oh, I see. That's great. So are you done talking? Oh my god, I bet you don't know how I feel. But before you complain about not having a chance to meet guys, you should try participating in matchmaking parties. Huh? Matchmaking parties? First of all, I never complained about having no opportunities. But one of the carpenters told me that he recently participated in a matchmaking party, so I was a bit interested in how it was like. The topic interested me. Yeah, if you don't have too high ideals, I heard it's pretty easy to find a partner. Men who like girls who smell of dirt like you might exist in this world, you know? Oh, okay. Well, I have a party next week, so I'll give it some thought after things calm down. Yeah, actually, the employees of our company were invited to a large party next week. I was very busy with work and preparations for the party right now, and I didn't have enough time to think about my private life. It was a big deal because my dad's old friends and other carpenters were also invited. I don't know how Anna misunderstood, but she said, "Huh? Party? What is it about? I'd love to join too." Huh? This party is just a gathering at work, so it's nothing like the ones you're imagining, Anna. I'm sorry, but I don't think you're invited. It's fine, I have no intentions of standing out. But in every party we get to meet new people, right? It's just that I want to check them out. Come on, let me participate. And I'm the CEO's daughter, remember? I'll wear what's best for the time, place, and occasion, and I'll have nice manners. Huh? But, I'm not backing down until you say yes, Paige. If you're gonna say no to me, I'll go see you at your company every day. I should have rejected her right there, but I gave in to her aggressiveness, and I ended up saying yes. I did tell her what kind of party it was, but she zoned out, and I have no idea what she was thinking. It was as if she was super excited about the fact that she'll be going to a party, but Anna's the same age as me. She's 30 this year. I thought she would read between the lines and wouldn't go crazy. At least that's what I believed. And on the day of the party, I arrived at the venue early and greeted the people there. I usually wear my worn-out working gear, but today I was wearing a dress for the party. Gail praised me about my appearance, too.
I was wondering who the beautiful girl was, but it turns out it's you, Paige. Wow, I'm surprised. Women really change based on what they wear.
What are you saying, Gail? Remember, I'm actually a pretty woman, Gail.
By the way, this gentleman used to be your father's best friend. This is Mr. John. I think you've heard about him.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Mr. John when my father was still alive. Thank you for traveling a long way today and coming to this party, sir.
No problem. The number of employees at my company has been decreasing in the past few years, and we were very busy, so I couldn't come to see him often. But I heard that his daughter took over his business successfully, and I felt relieved, and I was motivated to work even harder.
I see. Well, today's a great opportunity, so I hope you can tell me a lot of old stories and memories with him.
My pleasure. I would love to.
At the party, I got to meet my father's beloved friends as well as many carpenters, and they told me many interesting stories. I was really busy for the past few days, and I haven't been able to take a break mentally. But thanks to this party, I realized that I was overflowing with motivation again. I'm glad I chose this career path. But in the midst of the party, I found Anna in a fancy dress with heavy makeup on, who was approaching all kinds of tall, handsome guys at the party. She was like a beast. Gosh, that girl. I don't know how to deal with her. When I was thinking like that, her eyes gleamed and she approached someone. Her target was Mr. Smith, who was in his mid-30s. He was very handsome. She got touchy with him and asked him repetitively for his phone number. Mr. Smith seemed really uncomfortable. He walked away as if trying to escape. Gosh, I forgot about her completely. I ended up agreeing to her coming to the party. Everyone, I'm so sorry. I came to my senses. Then Anna, who was drunk, approached me with a glass of wine in her hand. Paige, there you are. I was looking for you. I didn't know there were going to be so many handsome guys at this party. Who thought you were participating in a matchmaking party like this? It's a surprise.
She said in a loud voice. The men around her were eyeing her with an expression that questioned her sanity. Well, she has no idea about how they think about her. And most importantly, this is not a matchmaking party. Then Anna suddenly said in a loud voice,
Hello, guests. Welcome to the matchmaking party. The 2 female participants today are me, the beauty, and Paige, the ugly. Oh, but listen, everyone. If you're gonna choose between me and Paige, I'm definitely the better choice. I'm the CEO's daughter, so I have both money and status.
What are you saying? Are you drunk? Stop it!
And listen, everyone! The occupation of Paige, who's right here, is actually a construction worker, even though she's a woman. Did you know? Unbelievable, isn't it? Disgusting! Because construction workers kind of smell.
She continued to make fun of my job. She seemed unaware that everyone was shocked. It was impossible to stop her rampage.
Hey, don't you agree, Mr. Smith? Construction workers kind of stink, don't they? They're boring and it's like the worst job you can get.
Eh?
It's fine. You don't have to hold yourself back. You can tell us about your honest opinion.
Do you have any idea of what kind of party you're participating today?
Huh? What do you mean?
Anna started to look around her.
Huh? Why is everyone glaring at me? I just said the truth.
You really don't have any idea about what kind of party we're having today?
There's a sign located here, but you really didn't know?
Anna turned to face the back. Seeing the sign that was located there, her mouth opened wide.
Huh? Congratulations, 30th anniversary of Panic Construction! Don't tell me this is a party held for your company, Paige! That means...
You finally realized. Well, I think it's too late to make excuses, though.
Huh?
Yep, I took over my father's business. It's our 30th anniversary, so to thank the people who have been supporting us over the years, I decided to hold a party. You've been making fun of construction work, saying we stink, but everyone here are construction workers just like me.
Huh? You have to be kidding. Mr. Smith, you too? No way, you're not, right?
It seems like she wanted to believe that her potential partner wasn't a construction worker. And I can see that she was really desperate. I already told her that everyone here was a construction worker like me, but she never listens to what others say. Listen, Mr. Smith is the CEO of Smith Construction, a company that's been showing large growth in the past few years. I told you already, but everyone here does construction work.
Huh? No way, he's so handsome and tall, and he's even a CEO, but he's a construction worker? I don't want to believe it.
I don't care if you believe me or not, but you should really stop making fun of people's occupations.
It's my first time meeting a lady with horrible manners like you. You're absolutely awful. You don't deserve to be here. I hope you leave right now.
No way!
Are you done? We have to discuss about important matters at work, and I also want to hear stories about my father. So I really don't want you to ruin this party anymore. If you're not leaving, I can call the cops. But what do you say?
You treating me like this too, Paige. Okay, I'll leave right now. I'll leave, so please stop glaring at me like that.
She couldn't stay here any longer, and she left the venue as she wept. After she left, I bowed to everyone to apologize. They were all warm people, and to lift the mood again, they told me we'll start the party anew. We had so much fun in the next few hours, and the calm mood of the party was back. We were able to have a great 30th anniversary party. And what happened to Anna after that was, it turns out her family's company had connections with Smith Construction and my company, so her parents visited us to apologize about their daughter causing a scene. And they kicked Anna out, and to educate her again, they made her work at the forestry owned by one of their relatives. She has the lowest position at work, and I heard she's being supervised by her scary relatives, crying as she works.
Paige, great work at the party the other day. We had some trouble, but I'm glad we got to spend a fun time.
Yep, I'm sorry to cause trouble. I honestly didn't think it would turn out that way.
Well, according to Mr. Smith, I don't think we'll be seeing her ever again. So good for us.
Yeah, I'm relieved to know that she won't be annoying me anymore. I think we'll get busy again starting today, but I'm counting on you, Gil. I'm Paige, a 25-year-old housewife. I'm a newlywed who got married to Ryan after dating him for 5 years. We live a happy life in an apartment near his parents' house. Ryan had a sister called Amy who went to college and a brother called Sean who's in high school. I've been close to them even before we got married, and I also have a good relationship with my father-in-law. When we visited his parents' house the other day... Oh, Paige, hi there! Amy, good evening! Hey, Paige, can we talk in private in my room later? I got a boyfriend, so I want you to give me some advice again. Ooh!
What? Amy, did you just say that you got a boyfriend?
Gosh, I knew you would react this way, so I said it in a small voice. But you managed to catch everything.
Your father must love you so much, Amy.
I'm finally done with my homework. Wait, Paige? Welcome!
Hello, Sean! How's it going at school?
Yep, I went to karaoke with my friends yesterday. They praised me, saying I was a good singer. I used the techniques that you taught me.
Good for you!
Oh, by the way, it's cherry blossom season. So should we have a karaoke party when we go see the flowers next time?
Wow, good idea!
Hey guys, I warmed up the omelets Paige cooked and brought for you guys.
Oops, sorry Ryan, I was having so much fun talking to them. I made you do all the work.
It's fine. You always do the housework for me at home. Wow, looks delicious. What is the sauce?
It's cream sauce. I'm allergic to tomatoes, so we serve it like this at home.
Whoa, this is delicious! Dad, sis, you should try it too.
You're right, it is delicious.
Wow, it's as if a professional chef cooked for us.
I was happy that everyone loved my omelet, but... Huh? If I'm eating an omelet, I would definitely prefer the classic ketchup. My mother-in-law mumbled as she appeared from the kitchen with our tea. Apparently she dislikes how all of them love me, although I'm a new corner in her family. So when her family praises me like this, she would sometimes say things like that. But whenever that happens...
Mom, Paige is allergic to tomatoes, so she can't eat ketchup.
Yeah, Mom, you should know this already.
I love Paige's cream sauce. Yes, it's very good. Ryan, you're lucky you get to eat Paige's cooking every day.
Like this, everyone protected me. And she would also just say those kinds of things, so she never did anything worse than that. So back then, I wasn't too worried. But one day, my mother-in-law suddenly contacted me and said that she had a sore back, so she texted saying she wanted me to come over and help with the housework. Back then, she wasn't too mean, and I thought it would be hard for her to move around with a sore back, so I accepted her request and went to her house to help her with the housework. Hey, Paige! My mother-in-law, who was supposed to be lying down in her bedroom saying her back was sore, she suddenly came into the kitchen where I was cooking lunch and yelled at me. Huh? Yeah, ma'am? Come with me right now! Like that, she pulled me by the arm. She's so powerful. I thought she had a sore back. That's what I thought, but I was dragged to her bathroom. Look at this! Wait, what is this? When I looked inside like she asked, I saw bits of toilet paper all over the floor. I know you did this!
Huh? I never did something like this.
Who would do it if not for you? And this too! Come here! Again, she was pulling me with great force. Ow! Please let me go! She dragged me to the garden this time. The laundry I just hung were all on the ground.
Wait, why?
Go clean the bathroom again and redo the laundry. After that, I cleaned the bathroom and did the laundry again like she told me. And she complained that my cooking was bad and salty. At the end, I figured she's definitely lying about having a sore back. She called me over just to bully me. I knew this was her plan. At that moment, I left her house. And of course, I told Ryan about what happened when he got home. Ryan quickly called his mother and scolded her. Besides Ryan, who was calling his mother, I was having a video call with Amy and Sean, but according to them, she didn't show any signs of back pain and energetically exercised on the fitness bike she bought online.
Hey, Mom! Why are you bullying Paige?
Because you all only talk about Paige at home, saying you love her omelet, and saying how lucky they were that she got married to you, and what stance am I supposed to take?
So you did this out of jealousy, huh? You're so immature to do these kinds of things just because you're jealous. I'll never forgive you if you do something like this again.
Well, seeing her daughter-in-law being praised by her children and husband more than her might make her question her position in the household. I can't forgive her for what she did, though. But my mother-in-law wasn't always I bet she would apologize to me once she calms down. If not, that's really problematic as an adult. Then she called me a few days later, like I expected, and she said she wants to apologize and invited me to a family gathering to see the cherry blossoms. She said she'll prepare all the lunch boxes for us, so I assumed that she regretted her actions and was trying to change for the better. When the cherry blossoms fully bloomed, Ryan and I went to the park where my mother-in-law informed us about. When we arrived there, Amy and Sean, as well as my parents-in-law, were waiting for us on the picnic mat. Today was the day I was making up with my mother-in-law, but it could be hard to find just the right timing to apologize depending on her personality. To give her a good opportunity to do so, I approached my mother-in-law, who was taking out the lunch boxes out of her bag. "Thank you for preparing us a lunchbox," I said to her out of kindness. "All right, sit down, Ryan. Let's eat our lunch boxes as a family and enjoy the flowers." She looked away and said that as she smiled at Ryan. Did she just ignore me? I was having a bad feeling, but I sat down on the picnic mat like what Ryan was doing. "Okay, everyone, dig in! I made it just for my family." When I saw what was inside the lunchbox, which she opened as she said that, I froze at the spot because this is ketchup fried rice. This is pasta marinated with ketchup. I also made stir-fried pork with ketchup and meatballs and ketchup sauce. Yeah, as you can imagine from what she said, the lunchbox was filled with red colors. The smell of ketchup lingered in the air around us. Does that mean there's nothing for me to eat? She didn't make anything for me? And when she opened the other lunchbox, and here we have some omelet and fried chicken. As she said that, she got out a bottle of ketchup from her bag. What? She poured plenty of ketchup on top of that and then smiled at us. Here, all done. She doesn't regret her actions at all, and she even decided to bully me more? Gosh, who would go to such an extent? It was not just me, but Ryan, my father-in-law, Amy, and Sean were all at a loss at words seeing her act this way. Well, it's pretty obvious, but because of what she did, she had to experience a terrible fall in her life. Huh? Why is everyone zoning out? I prepared all this just for my family. We should enjoy our food as family. She was emphasizing the word family a lot for some reason. I guess she doesn't see me as her family. I had enough and my blood was boiling in my veins, so I thought I'd firmly tell her that I'm leaving and decided to cut relations with her forever. But when I said, "I've had enough, I'm going home," I was cut off mid-sentence.
Hey,
Ryan gently placed his hand on my shoulder when I was about to stand up and leave.
Mom, you said you made this for your family, right? Then I don't think I can eat it. I won't be part of your family from now on.
Huh?
I'll leave the family too. I'm too embarrassed to endure all this.
Me too. I'm leaving. I've had enough.
Wait, huh? What nonsense are you all saying? You're leaving the family? I'm your blood-related mother.
I don't care if you're my mom. Paige is more important to me than you, so I'm telling you that I'll cut relations with you. Someone who bullies Paige like you. I don't even want to believe you're my mom. When I was having a hard time dealing with my stalker, it was Paige who helped me, risking her safety. You said that having a stalker meant I was popular. You never did anything nor offered help and just laughed.
Huh?
Yep. The reason why Amy and I are so close is because when Amy's ex-boyfriend started stalking her and she was struggling to fend him off, I was the one who helped her. Amy is a real beauty, but she would get followed on her way home from her part-time job every night. And she also received scary messages on social media, so she was really stressed out. She asked for her mother's help first, but she didn't take it seriously. Also, her ex had photos of her that she never wanted people to see, so she wasn't able to ask for help from her father, Ryan, and Sean, who were the opposite gender. The case was solved after I accompanied her to the police.
Me too. Paige helped me out when I was being picked on at school. Mom, you just said that I should stay strong and scolded me, saying that I should be able to deal with it myself because I'm a guy. But without Paige, I don't know if I'd still be here.
Sean was being picked on school a few months ago. When I went shopping for groceries at the supermarket, although it was still midday when kids were supposed to be at school, I came across Sean, who had his head in his arms on a swing in a park. I kept giving him advice. Whenever he left school early, unable to endure the bullying, the school always contacted his mother, so she should have been aware. But he was too ashamed to tell Ryan, Amy, and his father that he was being picked on. So he wasn't able to ask for their help. When I cheered him up by making him aware of many of his strengths, he slowly regained confidence, and it looks like he has a lot of friends now.
Huh? Hey, all of you! I gave birth to you and looked after you all these years. Like that, she desperately tried to persuade Ryan, Amy, and Sean.
Hey, Paige, I know a really nice restaurant around here. It's an open terrace and we can have a meal as we enjoy the flowers. Let's go.
She stood up, ignoring her mother, pulled my arm looking genuinely excited, and tried to make me stand from the picnic mat.
Wow, sounds nice! I made a reservation for us then. What's the name of the restaurant?
Ryan also stood up from the picnic mat, wore his shoes, and took out his smartphone from his pocket.
Paige, Bro, Sis, Dad, and me, so book us a table of 5. Thanks.
Sean also left the picnic mat. Wait, are you gonna leave your mother?
Just because you gave birth to and looked after them doesn't mean you can pressure them the responsibility to return the favor.
Finally, my father-in-law also stood up, wore his shoes, and turned his back to her. Hey, you too, darling!
You should reflect on what you did, and better regret your actions. I'm very disappointed in you. Family? Nonsense! You better prepare yourself!
He spat out those words to his wife and caught up with us, who had already started walking away. All of you, wait! Don't leave me alone! Forgive me! I am so sorry! My mother-in-law was screaming behind me, and when I turned back without giving much thought... Oh!
Because she was panicking, she slipped on the mat and fell down.
Oh! Whoa, that was a big fall. Poor her. We all felt pity for her, but none of us said a thing to her. And we headed to the restaurant where Amy recommended us as a family. The next day... Paige, I'm sorry. Please open the door. My mother-in-law visited my house. Well, I didn't open the door, so she was just making a fuss outside, though. Yesterday, my husband told me he wanted a divorce, but I hurt my back when I fell down yesterday. If I really have to get a divorce, I can't work in this state. It's impossible for me to work. First of all, I don't want to get divorced. He said he'll give it a second thought if you can forgive me. Please forgive me.
Oh, she's gonna annoy the neighbors.
I didn't give her a chance and called the police on her. Shortly after that, the police took her away as she cried in a loud voice. After that, it seems like she got kicked out of her house by her husband. Using the savings she barely had, she somehow managed to borrow an old apartment with a shared bathroom, and she started living there. But she still has a sore back, and more importantly, she was so shocked to be left by her family so suddenly, which made her shut herself in. She was not in a mental state to get a job, but if you need money to make a living, the people she asked help from were the underground lenders. Apparently, she works at a factory that they recommended to her, but when she takes a short break to rest her sore back, she gets yelled at. So I heard it's really hard for her and she's doing horrible. I bet she'll have to live a life like that for the rest of her life. By the way, on the contrary, I still have a great relationship with Ryan, my father-in-law, Amy, and Sean, and I recently found out I was pregnant. Everyone cares for my body a lot and makes sure that I don't overwork myself, so they even come over to help me with the housework.
Paige, I'm done vacuuming the floor!
Thanks, Sean. You're a big help. I know it's a Sunday and you have a day off, but are you sure you want to help me with the housework?
It's fine, don't worry. I want to be your help as much as I can. Hey, Amy! I'm back from shopping with Ryan. We got some grapefruit juice, too.
Father, Ryan, thanks. I'm excited to drink it.
Thanks, but wait, there are no eggs. I bet you forgot to buy them. Gosh, I thought I'd do my best and cook her delicious food for Paige today.
Oops, I forgot.
Thanks, everyone. I'm lucky to have such a great family. I'm so happy.
My name is Alejandro Williams, a 37-year-old office worker. I married my wife, Sally, whom I've been dating since college. And now, we live as a family of 3 with our only daughter, Nancy, who just entered middle school. I got promoted to the department head last year, so I think I'm doing pretty well compared to ordinary office workers. But I think my position in the household is getting lower and lower every year.
Darling, when are you going to get a pay raise? You say that you're a department head, but you're not getting much. I'm taking care of a middle-aged guy like you, so you better pay me in return.
Oh, okay. I'm working really hard, though. My salary should be enough to make ends meet, but my wife started a part-time job a few years ago. I thought it was Sally who said she wanted a job because she needed to go out more often. When she saw my frustrated expression, Sally told me,
What? What are you frustrated about?
No, I just thought my salary was enough to support the whole family. When I said that, Sally argued back fiercely.
Huh? What? So you're telling me to stay at home and live an impoverished life? Your salary isn't enough for any luxuries, and I definitely don't want to spend a whole day in this house that stinks of your odor.
She doesn't have to be so mean.
First of all, a lame middle-aged man like you should thank me for looking after you at home with such a small pay. Your only worth is that you bring back money to the household. Get a pay raise, can't you?
Don't be ridiculous. It's not like I'm the one deciding my salary. Like this, Sally would look down on me and insult me. Am I just an ATM for the family? She would never complain about my salary until a few years ago. But now she complains about it all the time. We used to love each other so much back then. I wonder why our relationship changed so much. And just recently, I found out the surprising truth. Huh? Didn't you just do the laundry? Besides, these are all my clothes.
Yeah, that's right.
What are you doing? Are you washing my clothes separately?
Obviously. We won't wash your stinky clothes with ours. Your socks smell horrible like rotten natto, and I don't even want to touch it. If possible, I want another washing machine just to wash your clothes in.
Gosh. Compared to Sally, my body odor might be a bit bad, but she doesn't have to be this mean. Treated like a piece of filth. I felt very upset. I tried looking at my reflection in the mirror carefully. Yep, I think I gained weight. Probably because of my age. I was shocked to see myself in the mirror, and I stepped onto the scale to check my weight, which I hadn't checked for months. Huh? You gotta be kidding me! Surprisingly, I weighed over 80 kilograms. I used to be on the skinny side back when I was a student, so it turns out I gained more than 20 kilograms. Well, the results of my health checkup at work said I was overweight. I thought I'd be able to lose weight quickly, so I always ignored it. Thinking back, I always ate fried food or big portions for lunch when I had to work until late. So I bought those things from the convenience store. Once I got home, I drank beer and ate snacks. On my days off, I would be too tired, so I laid down, doing nothing day to night. But I'm working hard every day to make money for my family. So the only things I'm excited about are my lunch and drinking late in the night. I'm tired from work, so it should be okay for me to lie around at home on my days off. I made excuses, ignored the reality, and kept on living my life like that.
Darling, don't just lie around in the living room. How about you go outside sometimes and do something?
I'm tired from working until late every day. Can I at least relax on my days off? When I said that, Sally clicked her tongue and said,
You're so in the way. Can't he help me with some housework? He's such a useless clump of fat.
Who do you think makes the money for the family? The words nearly escaped my mouth, but I gulped it in. She took advantage of me, who didn't argue back, and continued to mumble complaints at me. And recently, Nancy, who saw her mother acting that way, started to copy her attitude. My daughter, Nancy, is an adorable girl who resembles her mother's beauty. Back when she was in elementary school, she was a daddy's girl who loved me. But after she entered middle school, she became busy with her club activities and going out with her friends. So I didn't get the chance to see her often. Then she started to behave in a rebellious manner sometimes. When I realized, she had started to insult me with her mother. One day, I got off work early, and I was having dinner with the two of them.
Huh? You're eating dinner with us, Dad?
Yeah, I didn't have to work until late today.
Seriously? Gosh, I hate it.
She hates having dinner with her family? Why is that?
Dad, you stink and you're disgusting. Can you hold your breath while we eat?
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, who do they think I am? Girls, aren't you going a bit overboard? Your father works hard every day for you two.
You think you're better than us? We look after a disgusting middle-aged man like you, so you better thank us.
No way.
Right? You're fat and disgusting. Absolutely. You stink, so just don't come home.
They're really mean. I've been holding in my anger because I thought Nancy was just going through her rebellious era, but she's definitely affected by her mother's attitude. I can't believe my adorable daughter's doing this to me. Since then, their attitudes got worse and worse. They would treat me like an obstacle at home, and I didn't want to go home anymore. Even when I got off work early, I would kill my time wandering around the neighborhood and go home after they finished eating dinner on purpose. One day, my colleague Paige found me zoning out at the park as always. Paige was 2 years younger than me, and she was like my comrade, who I've been fighting together with at work.
Oh, is that you, Mr. Williams? What are you doing here?
She was in her running gear, so I assumed she was here for a run. Oh, you found me.
Yep, I thought you lived around this neighborhood. Didn't you leave work 2 hours ago?
When Paige questioned me, I couldn't help but tell her what was going on at home. So like that, my wife and daughter treat me horribly. It hurts to go home, so I'm killing time at the park. You caught me in this embarrassing situation. When Paige heard my story, she looked very surprised. Who would think that I'm being treated like an obstacle at home while I boss people around at work?
I see. You must be going through a hard time.
Yeah, I'm working hard for my wife and daughter, but I wonder why they hate me so much. To be honest, I don't know what to do at this point. I blurted out my honest feelings to Paige. She was silent for a moment, seeing me in that state, but she opened her mouth as if she made up her mind.
I might sound harsh. You look like you're fed up already, but I don't think you've done anything to change the situation.
Huh? What does she mean?
Well, when I joined the company, you were always active, moving around a lot. Your body was more slim and you looked very handsome. All the female employees admired you.
Huh? What do you mean?
But now you're just a middle-aged man. You have a large belly and your face is shining with oil. You don't look clean, and your hair as well as your eyebrows are all over the place. You're great at your work, but your bad posture makes you look like you're not confident in yourself. To be completely honest with you, you kinda stink too. To sum it up, you're in a way worse state than what you used to be like.
I never thought Paige would say something like this too. Although my family had been telling me these things, I always thought they were just harsh complaints from my family. So I was really shocked. I see. Does that mean I'm also to be blamed? A lot? I felt like I woke up from a long dream after hearing Paige's words. It was me who thought that it was all up to me, just because I made money for the family and exhausted with work. Isn't it normal for them to hate a fat, middle-aged guy who does nothing in the house? How would my daughter, who's in her adolescence right now, feel if her friends saw her lazy-looking father? Have I ever imagined that? My wife is definitely working hard to maintain her beauty. But did I ever work hard to be a gentleman she deserves to be with? I see. I guess I'm to be blamed too.
Well, I don't think you're the only reason. I think both your wife and daughter would want you to stay being your handsome self, and your wife is not a housemaid. You're being too demanding to hope that she'll love you when you do nothing. Firstly, I don't think you should be overconfident that you're the one making money for them. So, do you want to join me starting tomorrow? Running and going on a diet?
Huh? Nah, I'm tired from work.
Oh, here we go again. You think you can do whatever you want as long as you use your work as an excuse? If your wife is tired from housework, can she just look worn out like a log? If your daughter is tired from schoolwork and club activities, can she just slack off her social interactions with her friends and stop worrying about how she might appear? Don't come up with excuses and go easy on yourself. I'm also tired from work, okay? But you have to be responsible of your own body. All right, let's work hard together.
Oh no, Paige is really motivated. Right, Paige is called the Metallic Woman and the woman who makes the impossible possible, as well as Paige the Top Accomplisher. She's the type of person who never gives up and does everything to the very end once she makes a decision. Thanks to her personality, I've been saved by her at work numerous times. Yep, If I follow Paige's steps, I think I could change for the better. Like that, I decided to go on a diet under Paige's supervision. A few months later, her diet lessons were really hard. She expected me to run and train my muscles 5 days a week, and forbid me from eating any fried food, along with many other restrictions of what I could eat. Of course, Paige watched me when I took my lunch break too, so it was impossible for me to cheat.
Sir, you can do this! 20 more chin-ups, so let's go!
I can't do more.
What are you saying? Push yourself forward!
Paige is such a strict coach. But thanks to her, I quickly lost weight, and my body was getting slim day by day.
Hey, darling, did you lose some weight? I think your suit looks a bit large on you.
Huh? Really? I bet you're overthinking. At first, I pretended like it was nothing. But when I lost around 10 kilograms, I think Sally started to look at me differently.
Huh? That shirt. Is that the one you used to wear years ago? Oh, so I guess it still fits. I think it looks pretty good on you.
When she said that, her look was exactly like what she used to give me in the old times. Half a year later, thanks to the strict diet, I finally succeeded in losing 20 kilograms. For the final touch, Paige took me to the hair salon today. Actually, Paige's husband Tom is a famous charismatic hairstylist. For me, who only went to get cheap haircuts once in 6 months, hair salons were something I had no idea about. I'd never lied down to get my hair washed. Here, all done. I trimmed your eyebrows too. You look like a rebellious and handsome middle-aged man now. I was surprised to see my reflection in the mirror looking so handsome.
Oh, as expected from Tom. He looks awesome.
Looking at me, who was in awe, Paige praised me. After that, she took me shopping as well and taught me how to style myself. And at last, Paige said to me,
Sir, you worked really hard. You look how you used to be. No, you look way more handsome than before.
"Really? It's all thanks to you, Paige."
But no matter how your appearance changed, the most important thing is your heart. Never forget to thank your wife who protects the house while you're away. You have to show your gratitude through both words and actions.
I see. Yep, I get it now. I'm a bit embarrassed, but I'll try my best. Like that, after I turned into a new person, I headed home. "I'm home!" Hearing my voice, Nancy, who was watching TV in the living room, turned to me.
You're home. Huh? Wait, who are you? No way! Is this real? Mom! Mom! It's an emergency! This is crazy!
Hearing her panicked voice, Sally rushed into the living room.
Why are you screaming so loudly? Darling, what happened? Look at your hair and outfit.
They both looked really surprised to see me like this. Nah, I thought I might get a makeover, you know? I've been on a diet for a while now.
Gosh, you're so handsome. Dad, you're looking great. You turned into a handsome guy.
I was worried that they might tell me I looked disgusting, so I was relieved to see them react like that. Really? Do I look a bit better now? Oh, this. I handed them the cake I bought them on my way home. I didn't know the name, but it was from a famous patisserie, and I lined up for an hour until I finally got to buy it. Of course, it was Paige who told me about it.
Huh? Thanks. Wait, this is from the shop owned by that famous pastry chef. You got us some cake? That's rare. Yay, cake! Hey, let's prepare some coffee and eat together.
Like that, I sat at the table with them after a long time and enjoyed the cake together. After that, I started to help with the housework on the weekends, and sometimes even cook for them. At first, they seemed surprised to see me change so much, but smiles were coming back to their lips. "Sally, thanks for everything. And I'm sorry I didn't do anything at home."
Darling, you really changed a lot. Thanks to you, I'm glad to see you working hard.
To be honest, I'm seeing you in a new light now. Actually, I think I fell in love with you again. I'm sorry I treated you so horribly.
Next to her, Nancy drooped her head with a serious expression.
Me too. I'm sorry for saying mean things.
No, I'm the one to be blamed for being lazy. I'm sorry, Nancy. I was being selfish.
Hey, how about we go out for dinner next time? It's kind of embarrassing in a different way to go out for dinner with such a handsome dad, though.
Nah, you're making me shy.
Gosh, why are you two being so awkward? You're making me feel embarrassed looking at you. By the way, I might call my friends over next time and brag about my dad.
And so, my family was able to bond again, and we were back to being close. We almost separated, but we'll never go through that again. We'll care for each other from now on and cherish one another. I'll take great care of my beloved wife and daughter for the rest of my life. Paige, I really have to thank you. Thanks to you, my relationship with my family is back to how it used to be.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm also happy to hear that the department head is a handsome gentleman now.
By the way, Tom's skills are great. I didn't know people could look so different when they changed their hairstyle.
Yep, with Tom's skills, anyone can become handsome and beautiful.
I see.
Oh, by the way, Tom trims my hair once a week to maintain my hairstyle. Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!